side to the shield, Ghost Knight.
Quickly. Welcome to your first test. The trial of perseverance. Best the foes awaiting you, and unlock the door to pass. The second exit is unlocked. Exit to complete the trial. You've shown great endurance, Challenger. Well done. To learn the phrase needed to win the shield, memorize the words on this tablet. Lady Garrick rose from a low-born child to become a highly respected captain in the All-Flags Navy. She knew the value of pushing past any obstacle, even when you believe all is lost. Next, you will encounter the trial of wits. Sailors must know how to think on their feet. No one writes a manual for everything you encounter on the high seas. Now, move quickly. Emanara continues her destruction of the fortress to bypass the wards. Continue south out of this room and through the cave. Yes, I have watched them tearing down walls across the fortress. She was not exaggerating about her plans to gain the shield. The only way to honorably defeat her is to pass the trials of worth. So hurry. Our time slips away.
What do you say to some celebratory sweets?
corridor so damn confusing.
The trial of wits begins here. Observe the 4 tablets around the room. In the proper order, they will light your path. A wise sailor learns from their mistakes. Try once again. Impressive. The next tablet waits beyond the northern door. Read the tablet to learn the next part of the passphrase. Huh? What sorcery comes now? Ah!
Lower the ward, Ghost Knight.
Nay!
You're an idiot!
She changed the rules. We must speak. I have not felt pain in so long. How cruel a villain who causes suffering in an innocent spirit. Before, I was defending Lady Garrick's honor. Now, mine is at stake. I previously refrained from asking you to attack Emanara. It seemed that defeating her by the trials of worth was the more honorable path. But she's bound me, torn at my home, and now summoned me like a common specter. I shall refrain no longer. Yes, but not in some plain manner. We can use Emanara's own censer to bind her. As you carried it, the device will have reattuned for living energies. Next time we meet her, light the incense, then toss it at her. It will bind her as she trapped me. In her recklessness, Emanara buried the door to the 3rd trial under rubble. But I know a hidden route. First, you'll need the key. I can mark on your map where to find it in the library. We'll reconvene there, after I've pulled myself together.
Of course, Emanara didn't want to search down here.
It's been a very long time since I've been here. We hid the key under one of the rugs. Hopefully, it's still there. Found it? Excellent. The secret passage is on the top level of the gardens. I'll meet you there. Here is the secret passage. Enter, Challenger.
That's the end of that tale.
You found your way. Good. Normally, I would not have allowed a challenger to use secret passageways. But Emanara's minions changed the nature of this trial. It is no longer as Lady Garrick designed. So, perhaps I can allow some improvisation. Are you prepared for the next trial? You come to the trial of Constitution. How much pain can you endure, Challenger? We shall soon find out. Find a way to unlock the exit without dying. None have passed this final room since before Lady Garrick sailed. Good luck, Challenger. I'm really hoping you'll pull through. Similar to the trial of Perseverance, the door to the exit is locked, but a device exists to open it. Reaching both the device and the door is where the difficulty lies.
Lunara doesn't need to solve some stupid puzzle to find the shield, Challenger.
Curses! The door is now unlocked. The question is, can you make it there?
Get back on your feet!
Well done! You actually made it through. The last tablet awaits you. We'll talk after. Finally, at long last, someone has accomplished Lady Garrick's third test. She was not a brutal woman, but she did not suffer the weak. It was this attitude that let her ascend so quickly. Now, correct. Since you passed all the trials, you learned the passphrase that will let you walk where none have walked for centuries. Just keep following these corridors until you reach the Shield Hall. I am certain we'll encounter Emanara at the Shield Hall.
Attack! Emunara commands you.
We'll see it done.
Emunara will not be denied.
She's distracted. Now's your chance. Use the sensor!
What? How?
How does it
Emunara's
feel,
own sensor?
Necromancer?
How dare you use that against her?
Dishonorable ways came close, but not close enough. Challenger, it's time for you to prove your worth. Are you ready?
Release Emunara! This one must have that shield!
Although the Necromancer has proven herself unworthy, I cannot yet allow you to pass. One more test of worth awaits you. A surprise, to ensure you remember your lessons here. Are you ready for the test of virtue? You need to recall the virtues you learned from the tablets after each trial of worth to answer each question, starting with this one. Faced with overwhelming odds, what must the bearer of the shield demonstrate? Correct. Next question. What keeps the bearer of the shield stable and informs their choices? Correct. Final question. Through what quality will the bearer of the shield reach the pinnacle of their potential and ability? With that final and correct answer, I will dispel the wards and grant you access to the sacred shield. Congratulations, champion.
You will regret this! This one swears it!
Claim what is yours, champion. The shield has a new bearer. My oath is fulfilled. Thank you, champion. You did as you said you would, and claimed the shield before that necromancer stole it from its resting place. My duty is fulfilled, and I can finally rest. Indeed, champion. I confess that I was beginning to fear I'd be trapped amid these crumbling ruins forever. This day, I finally follow Lady Garrick on the greatest voyage of all. Thank you again. May you bear the sacred shield with honor. Good fortune, wherever your adventures take you. I'm sure that censor won't hold her forever. Once she's free, she'll likely be quite angry. I suggest you leave this place before that happens, champion.
Ah, Lady Arabelle's associate. What news do you bring me?
Oh, bother! Milady's gotten herself into terrible...
You opened my old hope chest? Oh, that's not good.
Lady Clarice Laurent. I'm Lady... No. My darling Jan. Seeing you makes my loins stir and my... Ow!
First a curse and now
Ugh! Get... Is that...
Lady
Oh,
Laurent,
what a ridiculous question. Wait, who are you? Did my hapless manservant actually manage to find someone willing to help? Oh, good. I seem to have unleashed some sort of curse when I opened this chest. It's the sea captain. Stibbins and I were exploring when I spotted this hope chest partially buried in the sand. I usually let my manservant deal with such things, but for some reason, I felt compelled to open it. That's when I remember my ship, a proud vessel, and my valiant crew. There was a storm, I think, but I can't remember my name. Ooh, interesting. My body didn't have quite this many tempting curves the last time I checked. Why, I'm Captain... Kinnereth's arse sits right on the tip of my tongue. Well, never mind that. Come, Jan. We must hither to the big tree. I promised to meet you there, and now that I have a body, nothing can stop me.
Oh, dear! Follow Lady Laurent.
Wait,
She's in no
I'm
condition
coming
to
with
wander
you.
off on her own.
Begone, brother. I plan to dock with my lady love, and this boat has no need of a third oar.
Brother? Third oar? Milady, you're confused.
Ah, there you are, my turtle dove. Come to me, my darling. I've missed you so.
The ghost woman. She's inside you, friend. The captain thinks you're her. Talk to Milady and play along. See what you can learn.
Ah, fair Jan. How I've longed to hold you close again. You were never far from my thoughts, even while I sailed across the stormy seas. And here I am, just as I promised, back from the war for an intimate rendezvous under our favorite tree. You tease me, my little vixen. You know I am a captain in the magnificent All Flags Navy, perhaps the best in the entire fleet. Ah, but I do enjoy our little amusements. What game are we playing this time, pray tell? Alas, that is the nature of war, my dearest. Those Sloane are terrible creatures. But know this! Every time I set sail, I do it for you. I cannot abide another day with my love in dire peril from the threat of Thras's monsters. Now I know you jest, my sweet. To my crew, I am captain. But to you, I am... Ow! 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 Oh! Ah! Get out! Off with you. Take Stibbins and investigate the lighthouse. I'll be along in a moment. I need to compose myself. It's clear that this randy sea captain has strong feelings for the ghost that's inside you. Maybe we can use that. Let me ponder. No idea, but I could see her inside you while the captain was at the helm, as it were. She was giving me... him... the puppy dog eyes. Very disconcerting. Anyway, to the lighthouse. It's clear this is somehow tied to the All Flags Navy. Ugh, you do realize it's taking everything I have to keep that foul-mouthed, lascivious sea captain at bay? Go read the plaques and learn the history for yourself. Or maybe you can get that ghost inside you to help. I'll be along.
Oh, yes, the lighthouse. It's full of historical information. What a good idea, milady. Examine the historical plaques and see what you make of them.
Ah, the old lighthouse. I remember it well. Ah, yes, the Thracian plague. Terrible disease. Simply terrible. I remember the Baron Admiral quite fondly. Excellent leader. What a sight. When the first ships of the All Flags Navy sailed into the upgraded harbor, I was aboard one of those vessels, and it was here that I met my lady love. So many lost. But even as my ship sank beneath the waves, I knew that victory was in our grasp. Tobin Moorcroft. I know that name. My brother! Yes! Yes, the Master Builder was my brother!
Tobin Moorcroft. Oh, this is all that wretched scoundrel's fault. I read these plaques all the time, but I never remember a word. Just that history has forgotten my love, and even I can only remember bits and pieces. Until today. I remember Tobin Moorcroft, and I spit on his memory. I remember that he was a cad and a coward. A sorry excuse for a man. He was my beloved's brother, and the master builder of the All Flags Memorials. He carved the names into the garden plaque personally. But not my captain's, not my love. I remember only glimpses, like a shadow moving across a wall. He was a sea captain, tall, strong, proud. He called me his little turtle dove, his safe port in a storm. Oh, I wish I could remember his name, or his touch, or his face. The All Flags. Yes, I think that's right. That's what it says on these old plaques. Oh, I wish I could remember more. It's the curse, I fear. Gets into everything and muddies the water. Been that way ever since... Damn it! Tobin. Yes, I refused that snake's advances. I was grieving in shock and in pain, and he demanded I betray my love for another man. How could I? It was too soon. You must help. I think it started at the inn. End this curse so I can remember.
The inn? The building at the center of the island? I suppose it wouldn't hurt to go look.
I remember this place! Jan and I shared many pleasant encounters beneath this roof before I set sail with the fleet.
Oh, no, sir. Absolutely not.
Lady Jan seems to think
No,
one of
Tobin.
us is some-
You cannot offer me a drink. And I have absolutely no intention of dancing with you. I'm here with my captain, and I have no patience for the advances of his foolish younger brother. Away with you, foul sir.
Jan is mine, little brother. Go play with your hammer and chisels. My sweet deserves a night to remember before I set sail from... Here to see me off, little brother? How touching. Baron Admiral Bendu, my vessel is ready to sail as soon as you give the word.
Baron
Admiral,
Bendu. Oh.
after years of preparation, we're finally ready to show those slug bastards what for. My ship was one of the first to join the fleet, and today it's ready. Give the word and we'll set sail on the next wave. Why, just the finest warship ever to set sail from High Rock. Surely you remember the name of... Why, yes, of course! The Pristine Halberd! The pride of the Breton fleet. We've helped protect this rock during the long years of buildup. Now we're ready to be the instrument of vengeance, just as you planned. The captain? Why, I am the captain! My name? Why, I'm Renwick Moorcroft, captain of the Pristine Halberd and proud member of the All Flags Navy. Oh, out! No, I'm Lady Laurent. He's Captain Renwick. But why haven't you broken this curse yet? I'm not sure how much longer I can fight off the captain. Talk to Stibbons and end this already!
Captain Renwick Moorcroft, my beloved's true name. You must add my beloved's name to the main garden monument before we forget it again.
My big brother. So proud, so famous. But not anymore. I made sure he'll never be remembered. Stibbons? What a ridiculous name. I'm Tobin Moorcroft, master builder of the All Flags Navy monuments. My work, unlike my brother's, will be remembered forever. Everything on Monument Islet. Well, I had help. Apprentices, assistants, laborers. But the design and the fine detail work? That's all mine. The finest hammer and chisel in the world. I paid a small fortune for the enchantments, but you'll never discover where I hid... Out, you vile creature! Never fear, I'm myself again. And better yet, I know where this Tobin hid his tools. I saw it while he was inside my head. To the graveyard, my friend!
I take no pleasure in killing, but I'm glad we're alive
Gravestone?
and they're not.
That's what I saw in Tobin's mind. Dig there.
No, not my tools. Dig somewhere else.
You have the tools? Quickly, carve my beloved's name into the plaque at the Memorial Garden. Once his name is added to the central monument, we will never forget his name.
A dedication ceremony? For me? How exciting!
Captain Renwick Moorcroft of the pristine Halberd. Place my beloved's name where it belongs.
Oh,
Well
you do
done,
it, friend.
my turtle
My
dove.
hands are shaking.
You
I'm
saved
so
my
nervous.
memory. Now we can be together for all eternity.
I did have a little help.
Really happen? Did I have the spirit of some ancient All Flags Navy captain residing inside my head? My memory is all a jumble.
Famous sea captain wins again. How typical.
How do I feel? Like some virile man was stomping around inside my body with his oversized boots and manly urges. It was unsettling. And, if I'm being totally honest, somewhat arousing. Oh, never mind that. My manservant wants a word with you. But please hurry. I have a task for Stibbons that needs to be dealt with post-haste.
Oh, thank you, my friend. I never would have been able to save Lady Laurent without your help. Oh, yes. Of course, the effects may linger for a time, but the worst of it is over. And we righted a wrong of history. Captain Renwick Moorcroft's role in the All Flags Navy has been restored. An urgent task? Oh, well.
Stibbons? Come here, my manservant. All this foolishness about forgotten love has given me an itch. I am in need of a good scratch.
Milady, I could never... well, if you insist.
Welcome, my dear. What news do you bring from Steadfast Manor? Were you able to meet with Lord Bacaro, dear? What did he say? An excellent idea. Lord Bacaro knows it's vital to bring the delegates back to the table. After recent events, their faith in diplomacy might well be suspect. But a party, that's something they can all agree on. Can I impose on you again, dear? Tell the delegates Lord Bacaro dearly hopes they can attend a gathering at Gonfalon Palace. If anyone hesitates, use your charms to convince them to join us. Meanwhile, I'll throw something together. Meet me at Gonfalon Palace when you're done. Royals, no concern for their own safety. They each went off in search of a diversion. High King Emmerich to the temple, Queen Irene to stroll the harbor, and Prince Ernskar to the inn. I asked...
Magus Slayer! To what do I owe this pleasure? Have I thanked you yet for all you've done? Not just for the alliances and Lady Arabelle, but for me personally. No? Well, thank you, my friend. I don't know many people who could have beaten the Ascendant Magus. But what brings you to the temple? Another royal function. I'm getting tired of those ghastly affairs in most cases. I was just considering heading home. Queen Maria must be missing me terribly. Irene and Ernskar? Well, I can't allow them to attend and not show up myself. And I guess I do owe them something of a debt, too. They did help us on Amanos and at All Flags Castle. All right, I'll attend Lord Baccaro's celebration. It seems I'll need to pay more attention to the Sisters Archipelago in the future. My negligence allowed treason to fester and bloom unchecked. That changes now. I will need to treat that situation delicately. Until I can prove one way or another that Duchess Elea was truly ignorant of her brother's plot, I can't in good conscience reprimand the entire house. Still, I don't take treason lightly. No, but we didn't exterminate all of those Order bastards, and their so-called Ascendant Lord is still loose. I have no doubt his rogue knights will rise against us again. I'll withhold judgment on the Duforts until my daggers investigate, though.
You talk to High King Emmerich so easily. Have you ever read some of his writing? He's actually a very talented author.
Well met, friend. After the battles we endured, I was hoping to find a celebration. Unfortunately, this inn is as dead as the elk served at the Skull King's table. Have you come to drink with me, perhaps, my friend? Well, that's a welcome bit of news. Even a party full of royals and nobles has got to be better than this place. Wait, will Emmerich and Irene be in attendance? If they decline the invitation, I probably should as well. And it seems I have no other choice. I will attend Lord Baccaro's celebration, and if the festivities evolve into more serious conversations, perhaps I will even listen. Wait until the Skull King hears what he missed. Raging storms, a deadly jungle, a battle against near-hopeless odds at an ancient castle. My father is going to kick himself. Well, absolutely. He was an adventurer. As long as nothing else out of the ordinary happens, I'll stay. At least for a while. The weather here on High Isle is so much nicer than what we have in Windhelm. I can do without the cold and the snow for a little longer.
You look like you had a rough expedition, friend. But we in the Undaunted don't sign up to sit on cushions and drink meat. Mordra can answer that better, and probably more to the point than I can. Basically, we're adventurers. You look like you'd fit in well. You've got that fearless look about you the Undaunted are known for.
I can carry your bag.
Hello, friend. I've always loved the sea. Comes from growing up on Somerset, I suppose. But what can I do for you? A party? Just another excuse to get me and Emmerich in the same room? Oh, very well. If we could face unprecedented danger together, we can probably survive sharing a few drinks and some food. And where will this gala event be held? That's probably for the best. It's close by. And All Flags Castle was quite a mess after the battle with the Ascendant Magus. It will take Lord Bacaro considerable effort if he plans to make it ready for the conference again. Most of the belongings I brought along were lost when the Perfect Pounce sank into the sea. I wonder if I can find any suitable attire on this island. Breton tastes leave something to be desired. What am I thinking? This outfit is perfectly... We did not discuss peace, if that's what you're asking. We disagree on important issues, which is... We regaled each other with tales of how we survived the shipwrecks and our adventures on Amanos. I believed Emmerich was past his prime, no longer the great hero. And Ernskar struck me as young and brash. I now have a different perspective.
The stories I've heard about Queen Irene are incredible. I wonder if even half of them are true.
Smell that sea breeze.
Hey, good looking. Lord Bacaro may have proclaimed that this was a celebration for the Alliance leaders, but everyone came out to see the hero who saved All Flags Castle. I'm impressed how fast the word got around, even if I may have had something to do with that. Just wanted you to know, I worked it out with Lady Arabelle. She considers my debt to her paid in full. I think she may have confused me with you, but I'll take it any way I can get it. So go in and enjoy the party. I'm sure I'll see you around. I put on a few disguises, sure, and I'm glad everyone's safe, but all this hero stuff gives me a rash. I'm not supposed to attract so much attention. Anyway, Lady Arabelle wants a word with you before she starts the main event. She's waiting inside.
Not my finest work, but I think this venue will do. I see you convinced our royal guest to come to our little gathering. Well done, dear. Now for the tricky part. Persuading them to stay for Lord Bacaro's talks. After so many perils, I suppose I couldn't blame them if they decided to leave. Excellent, dear. You saved Emmerich and the others from the Ascendant Order and ended the threat of the Magus. Plus you salvaged the talks and restored the hope for peace. Take this. This is your day as much as anyone's. I have to address the crowd. We're here to celebrate the coming together of three great leaders, and to show our appreciation for a hero who saved the delegates and kept our hopes for peace alive. On behalf of Lord Bacaro and the Society of the Steadfast, I ask our honored guests to enjoy the celebration.
The Aldmeri Dominion thanks our hero and promises to participate when the talks resume.
Because of you, we might see an end to this bitter, stupid war. It's an honor to ride with you and be a blade in your service.
As does the Daggerfall Covenant. 3 cheers for our hero and for Lord Bacaro!
Well said, High King. And well said, Queen and Prince. Let the celebration begin.
are safe. Good fortune did not abandon us entirely. Despite many days of meditating and scrying, Sai Sahan's whereabouts still elude me. The projection that you witnessed in the Foundry of Woe showed him to be in great peril. If we are to find him, I will need your help, Vestige. Though Sai remains hidden from my sight, Lyris brings news that an agent of the enemy lurks in Daggerfall. Fear is on the lips of the people. Darkness walks among them. Even a blind man can sense it. If it is truly an agent of Menamarco's worm cult, it may provide us with a clue that will hasten our search. Seek this agent, but tread carefully. The worm cult is a cult of necromancy, and the undead are fearsome opponents. Venture to Daggerfall. Speak to Old Maid Maxell and Husnia the mercenary. It was on their lips that Lyris first heard murmurs of trouble lurking in the shadows. Locate this agent of evil. Return with any personal effects they carry with them.
Might be something useful in that sack over there.
Stendarr, protect us from harm.
There's a supply sack just there.
Your prowess was befitting a knight. Well done. From the sides! We'll see it done! On my honor! Stow your weapons, my friend. We've won. Be ready for anything. I don't know. If you're able to speak to the...
We need to do something.
Who goes there? Not my call.
Traveler, there's trouble ahead. Bandits. You should turn back. We can't guarantee your safety. Red Rooks under Ilisan Tower? These bandits continue poking their noses where they don't belong. Thanks for letting us know. It provides context to this attack, and now we can watch for any reinforcements from the tower. Be careful out there. Red Rook bandits might be anywhere. Huh, we've got another brave one here, do we?
I'm a little busy. A patroller sent you? Then listen carefully, because I always have a plan. The Red Rooks use trained wolves to guard their camp. Increases their confidence, but also makes them careless. We can exploit that to save the hostages. I need someone who can get in quietly, grab some wolf's woe, and take it to the hostages. We can help once you get those nobles out. My guards are... The wolf's woe grows all around here, so it should be easy to acquire.
If you see a pawn shop, give a shout. I want to get a gift for Aurelia.
If you have anything suspicious to report, talk to Captain.
The guild requests your help.
You're new to Daggerfall. I don't like to gossip, but there's been an Imperial vagrant nosing around for the past few weeks. Suspicious-looking fellow. I actually saw him picking through the trash outside the castle a few weeks ago. Oh, you're too kind. You make me blush. Come to think of it, I did see him a few days later on the south side of town. He was with another man, very thin and pale, almost sickly. Does that help?
Fool! Your interference will not be tolerated.
Interested in a set of new clothes? I'm afraid those aren't for sale. The crest... Dead? Rugged fellow had a dog? That's Roy. Well, that was Roy. I'm sorry he's dead, but I'm not... I guess. I liked Roy. Roy was a good man.
At your service.
Welcome, friend. You can't get better fruits or vegetables anywhere in Daggerfall. Look, I don't want any trouble. That's a phrase used by the King's intelligence network. It means someone's going to get killed. I said leave me alone. Take your questions and go. I'm not involved in it. Damn persistent, aren't you? Roy's a friend. I trust him. People I don't know, I don't trust. And I don't. I sell the best fruits and vegetables in Daggerfall.
Flowers for sale. A posy to gain a sweetheart's favor, perhaps? Oh, that's a pity. I'm taking a chance here. Sometimes I hear strange things, like what's on that note. Black roses with thorns. I've heard whispers of dark nature magic. That's just the kind of thing Roy... I don't know. I told Roy what I heard, then things would happen. Try Captain Arison. He and Roy talked a lot. The captain...
When you visit the shops and markets, be sure to tell them the Daggerfall Guard.
Welcome to Daggerfall. Move along. Roy, where is he? Why did he send a stranger in his place? Dead. Mara's hands. Let me look at that note. It's our code, all right. Someone who uses dark nature magic is planning to assassinate King Casimir. But who's behind this? Just don't try to play me for a fool. But with Roy dead...
Fool! Your interference will not be tolerated.
I'm busy. Can't you see I'm... And? Why are we talking? By Malakath. Roy stepped on a nest of snakes this time. One of the vipers is upstairs. He might know something. I'd confront him, but he knows me. Maybe a stranger like you can get him to talk. Eager. Reminds me of Roy. Go upstairs. Find Levesque and rattle his teeth, but don't kill him. We may need him later. Just...
Who's this now? Present company excluded? Well, there was a dodgy-looking Imperial hanging out in a doorway near Southgate Alley this morning. Now, wait a second. Are you with the City Watch? Listen, I'm out of that line of work. You want to arrest somebody? That Imperial's your man. I saw him slip into a house right by the Southgate with another shady-looking character. Arrest them!
What do you want? Ha! Is that a league of like mind? Still alive, are you? And all your limbs? Are you sure? You'll have to fight the largest, meanest monsters in Tamriel. It's not for the weak of heart. Then welcome. I think you'll fit right in. Once you prove yourself, of course. All you have to do is find a cave named Spindle Clutch.
Help me. I've been discovered. Don't let them get me. You don't. Agreed. I'll tell you.
I saw smoke off toward Dellen's mill. Something terrible must have happened there.
Prices can't be beat. Got a lot to do here.
You're back. What happened? I thought I heard some noise upstairs. But you don't look any worse for the wear. Did you let that snake Levesque live? Martine the merchant? We need to know everything. Get inside Larano's manor. Look for anything that can shed light on what they're planning.
What? Kill the intruder!
Move along, citizen. Move along.
Fool! Your interference will not be tolerated.
In the name of the king.
Murder is a sin against the divines, my friend.
Most of the royal family is safe, but his lordship is brave and stubborn. He refuses to leave the throne room. I need more information to convince him of the danger he's in. His lordship. Keep this quiet, or we'll never find the assassins in time. Divines help us. I've taken every precaution to protect the royal family, but the king refuses to lay low. We need to find those assassins. Good. Talk to Sisana Atabas. She oversees the docks. Tell her what you discovered, and she'll help in any way she can. Now hurry. The king's...
How can I help?